Wet cleanup really isn't a term, but it's a very important concept and a very important thing to do in your ceramic studio. When you clean your tools or your pottery studio, you need to make sure you're using water. Use a wet sponge to clean tools, use a mop to clean your studio floor. You should never scrape dry clay off of tools or surfaces. That's one of the things I most frequently had to remind my students of. That, and don't clap your hands and make a little dust cloud. It looks cool, but that's dust. Wiping or scraping clay crumbs up with your hand or a dried tool can stir up dust and get it into the air. And because those dust particles are so small, you can't see that that's happening. And you don't know how long that dust will be in the air. So it's really important to always use a wet sponge. Also, if you use a towel or a rag, make sure you wash it frequently so you don't get to a point where you can shake dust out of it. And then lastly, the hardest one for me, don't sweep your studio. It goes against all my good housekeeping habits, but never sweep your studio. Skip straight to mopping. Sweeping stirs up dust. You've got to use water, so you want to just mop it. I also want to point out that wet cleanup isn't your only defense against clay dust. If you're mixing dry clay or glazes, you want to work outside or a well-ventilated area or wear a respirator mask. Maybe a combination. If you're using a respirator mask, make sure you use a high-rated filter, something like a P100. You want to make sure that your filter is rated for silica dust because silica dust are so tiny that a lot of filters won't actually filter them out. So you've got to have a higher rated filter for it to actually work. My hope is that this information helps you work smarter and safer because remember, when we know better, we can do better.